try to avoid being presumptuous. I could say that I like to avoid making assumptions, but I hated how in middle and high school my teachers would sometimes say that making assumptions only makes an ass out of you and me, for two reasons. One, that somehow saying the word ass made my teachers cool, and I didn't understand that. And two, every time they told me that, they were making an assumption themselves. They either assumed that I hadn't heard that before, or that I wanted to hear it again. See, teachers, they don't have to believe what they tell you. Like, I know a lot about being two different people, but why is it that it's the chain smokers that tell me to never open up a pack? Why is it that the addicts are the ones that tell me to never start crack? Why is it that the depressed people are the ones that tell me to leave alone the razors when it happens over and over, like a broken happens over and over, like a broken happens over and over, like a broken record? See, experience is the best teacher, like Mrs. Miller in the first grade. She smelled of fabric softener and age, and I believe that she was a shade shorter than what I saw with my 6-year-old eyes, but I believe that she is every ounce as thin as I thought she was. There was something about her that made you believe there was something horribly wrong with running with scissors. But there was a haunting in her eyes, a sunkenness that was read by years after years after years, a spell that was only dissipated when she would reach out and give you a hard candy and muster a smile. She was a good teacher. And either all of her assumptions were correct, or all of us students were too naive to see that they weren't. And my father had a very distinct form of discipline in our house, one like this: offense, exile, punishment, grief, communication, and love. My father made sure that I always knew that he loved me, which is something that I don't think a lot of parents do. At least that's not what my friends tell me. So if you have kids, tell them, remind them that you have a heart and that it beats for them, with them, to them, that they are never alone in a world that hates them because they are innocent, and yet every child is a sinner. In a world where they live guiltless in our messed up reality that we build every day for them. We are all on trial to deaf judges, blind juries, and mute lawyers. And there's no leniency given to the children except that can be afforded by their parents. So believe me when I tell you, and while I still have some childhood left to spend, that it goes quick without a guide, without a teacher. See, I don't have to presume anything to know this. There are enough shadows of reality left where I can pick apart the slivers of light and reconstruct a boy that I once was. And he speaks to me in whispers, with the sound of one-handed clapping.